Imagine a boy who was rejected more than 100 times by investors, by classmates, by the world that called him crazy. A boy who would one day build rockets, electric cars, and an empire that reshaped America. This is his story. Before he was the richest man on earth, before he was the man who launched rockets from American soil, revived NASA's honor, and pushed the United States into a new space race, Elon Musk was just a quiet kid who didn't belong anywhere. He was bullied so badly he was thrown down a flight of stairs. He was rejected by schools, jobs, investors, even by people who said technology would never change the world again. But every great American story begins the same way, with someone who is underestimated. Elon grew up in South Africa, a place filled with conflict, inequality, and a future he didn't want to accept. He found escape in books, reading 10 hours a day, science fiction, physics, coding. At 12 years old, he created a video game and sold it for $500. But no one cared. Teachers said he was too slow. Kids mocked his dreams. The world around him told him he wasn't good enough. Still, he kept building, because deep inside, he believed the world could be better, faster, smarter, more connected. Just like the USA once believed during its greatest periods of innovation. At 17, Elon made the most important decision of his life. He left home with a few clothes, barely any money, and one belief: if I want to change the world, I need to go to America. He worked in farms, cut logs, cleaned boilers, whatever paid enough to survive. No safety nets, no connections. He was just another immigrant fighting for a chance. This part of Elon's story mirrors modern America perfectly. A nation built by people who arrived with nothing, but refused to leave without building something. Before PayPal, before Tesla, before SpaceX, Elon lived through rejection after rejection. Rejected by Netscape. They didn't think he was worth interviewing. Rejected by investors. They said online payments would fail. Rejected by VCs. They said electric cars were a joke. Rejected by NASA. They had no interest in his rockets. Rejected by experts who said reusable rockets were impossible. Not once, not twice, but over 100 times. He slept in his office, showered at a YMCA, ate cheap meals so he could afford servers for his websites. He put every dollar into his ideas and risked losing everything. This is the part most people don't know. Elon Musk was never chosen. He was rejected until rejection became fuel. After endless rejection, Elon built Zip2 and sold it for $307 million. Instead of retiring, he built X.com, which later became PayPal. But even then, he was pushed out, fired from his own company while on vacation. Rejection again, failure again. But America has always rewarded the ones who rise after the fall. And Elon? He wasn't done yet. By 2008, America was collapsing into recession. Car companies were dying. The space program was losing funding. Innovation looked dead. And Elon Musk stood in the middle of the storm, barely holding on. Tesla was weeks away from bankruptcy. SpaceX had failed 3 rocket launches in a row. He had to choose which company to save, but he refused to quit. That year, the 4th Falcon rocket launched, and for the first time in history, a privately built rocket reached orbit. NASA called him. America took notice. The man who was once rejected 100 times was now the man America needed. Today, Musk companies employ tens of thousands of people across the United States. Tesla revived American manufacturing. SpaceX brought rocket launches back to American soil. Starlink connected rural America to the world. His innovation mirrors what the U.S. once was, a place where impossible dreams became national achievements. And that's why Elon's story is more than a biography. It is the story of a nation that rejects you until you prove yourself, then celebrates you when you refuse to give up, because America still believes in one thing: the world changes when one person refuses to quit. Elon Musk was not born a world changer. He became one because the world tried to stop him. So the question is, what will you do with your rejections?